Hey Stampers, it's Dana again, and I've come back with tonight's card. Excuse me, my desk is a bit untidy. I set a challenge every Monday on my blog, our blog, because whoever joins my this blog is their group as well as ours. So I've set a colour challenge this week, and the colour challenge is Berry Burst, Soft Sky, and Sahara Sand. Nice little mixture. But and another thing, I haven't played with this yet. Love You Still it's called. I think it's fabulous. Just an archway with these, and every one of these fits in there to colour this in. You can have thank you, they lived happily ever after. I love this saying, loved you yesterday, love you still. Always have, always will. And we're going to be using that as my front sentiment. So yeah, like I say, it's colour challenge. So this is my Sahara Sand, this is my Soft Sky, and this is my Berry Burst section. I stamped this and cut in between the lines and used the very thin bits of the dimensionals, cut thin strips to add them to the back, because these are a little bit too big for those gaps. So I'm going to do that again. I've gone ahead and I've already run my Soft Sky through the textured embossing folder. Beautiful. This, you only need one plate because this is so thick. And I don't even put it between the plate and the other plate. I just literally run it through with one plate on the bottom. And it comes out every time. It will buckle a little bit, but then I just... and it will straighten it right back out for you. See, Sahara Sand is 8 1/4 by 5 7/8, and we're going to fold it in half on the trimmer. The Soft Sky is 3 7/8 by 5 5/8, and this little piece is 3 by 5, and this is going to be where we stamp that beautiful image of the arch, but we're going to join it together so it frames like a picture frame border. Let's do the other side as well. It's quite late actually, and it's took me a while to come together with this card, but I think it's absolutely beautiful. Nice and subtle colours together. I'm going to glue that on now. There goes my little pot. And I'm just going to use plenty of Tombow for this, because it's a textured folder, really textured folder. It needs quite a bit, I think. This can be drying whilst we get on with the rest of this beautiful card. Come up, whoops. That's better. So don't press from the front. I always press from the back. Give that chance to glue to adhere down. So I'm going to pop that to one side. Pop my Tombow to one side. I'll pick my little container up later. Look at me. I must get glue everywhere, me. I think that's absolutely adorable. So what I've gone ahead and done already, on a scrap piece of paper, yeah, don't ask what went wrong there, I have literally just stamped the top half twice. So I'm going to colour, and we're going to fussy cut those out. But first of all, I'm going to make, look at my fingers stinking. Oh, let me see if look at my lovely cloth my friend gave me. Oh my God, that container's loud. This is called an absorber, and it takes ink off things, but doesn't put it back on your hands. Oh, the red net always stains, doesn't it? The Berry Burst. But it's fabulous, absolutely fabulous. You can literally ink that and put your hands all over it like this, and it doesn't come off. That's when I touch the pad. But keep them damp in an airtight container, and you'll be using that for quite a long time. So I'm going to grab some scrap. And I'm going to line my card up. Look at this beautiful stamp. And I'm going to grab my black Memento ink. It is a little bit large, but I must admit I will get that cloth out again in a minute because I only want to stamp halfway down because we're joining. See how I've got little bits there? There's my cloth gone. So I want to get these side bits off. And I'm going to keep it pretty level. Look at that, watch. Doesn't come on your hands. Brilliant. So keeping this more or less in the middle of this beautiful, beautiful stamp. It's absolutely gorgeous. Press it down. Don't worry about this. Oh my word, I just didn't see that coming. I'm not even going to smudge. I'm just going to blow it. Because we're going to stamp further down now. We just don't want these grass bits at the bottom. So I'm going to ink all the way down, like I'm saying, but avoiding the grass area. And then I'm going to come back in and we're going to line these up. And fingers crossed that has done it. Look at that. Perfect. You're not going to see that now because I'm going to colour over that. And watch this. My stamp is clean. Look. Nothing. Nothing. Amazing. They're called an absorber. And you get a piece. It's probably double the size of your grid paper. Oh, let's grab a scrap first. Of Wistful White. I think this should be plenty for my sentiment. And I'm just going to stamp this on here. And I could probably get 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 out of this one strip. And that's all we need. Again. Now watch, if I use the scrap because I can change the scrap. It's perfect for getting this clean. Now turn it over. Nothing. Absolutely nothing's gone. There's nothing. Fabulous. I'll be buying one of these. I'm going to use that as a guide. We're not colouring anything in here except for this beautiful frame in our Sahara Sand marker pen. So now you don't even see that there, it's a part of the grain. I saw this set and thought, wow, beautiful, but it wasn't until I got it in my hands and I thought, oh, what am I going to do with this? And I looked on Pinterest, can't see one single card made with this set. So I was a bit stumped. And then when I stamped it, I thought, that looks like a wooden frame. Beautiful. Just this is the only colour, and apart from the cardstock, which is the Sahara Sand. So that's my marker that can go back away. Don't need to colour him in on these. just the flowers. I'm going to be cutting that out in a bit. So I used Pear Pizzazz and my blend pens. And I'm just going over these lovely leaves. And these will take no time at all. My niece had her baby this morning, yay! £8, perfect weight. Mother and baby doing fine. And I finally finished my little mini album for her. God bless her. Very pretty. She takes after her mum. She's beautiful. My brother, it's his first grandchild. Oh, he's happy as Larry. Happy as Larry. Bless them. I remember when Lola was born, my first granddaughter. Oh. So we're just going to follow this round with all the green. And then we're going to use our berry burst in the same way. Just pick up the colour and the way to go. Always dib if you need more. You can add more, but you can't ever take it away, so. I love the fact that I fussy cut them out. It looks beautiful on its own, just coloured. And then I thought, oh, let's make it stand up. Me and fussy cutting, we get quite used to each other at the minute. Not my favourite, I must admit. So I'm just going to clean my pen in the centre, because that's the bit we're not going to use. So changing my pen, I keep two pale ones, and I also keep one that's red, even though there's not much on there. It's there. So I'm going to pull some of this colour up where it's watered down a little bit and just keep rubbing, because you will get some and then we just got these little flowers. Every flower is going in the berry burst. Absolutely adorable. I'm not too bothered about the centre because I'm going to be adding a rhinestone on there. So I'm now a great aunt. Oh, isn't that good? Oh yeah, never thought about that. I'm a great auntie. Oh, I can't believe this. I love this. Love colouring. Great therapy. It's mine especially. Didn't have such the best childhood in the world. And this makes me forget all about it. And the fact that I can chat away. It's perfect. Sometimes it's just a great release to get stuff. You're talking to everybody. I am anyway. I'm talking to all of you. But it seems like a great release sometimes, just to get something off your chest. Just to say it out loud. I know you're not here in my actual kitchen, but it feels like you are. And I'm talking to friends with confidence that it's not going to go any further. And I love that. Keeps me sane. Even though I probably sound crazy. But this keeps me sane. Sorry, my boiler's just kicked in. Even though we haven't got the heating on. Nearly done now. Love it. Absolutely love this. Perfect. Oh, I love it. Nearly done. Look how beautiful and delicate these flowers are, but these blend pens can take it really well. I'm not worried about the smudge there. Probably won't see it once it's been fussy cut out. But you can start off with a real pale colour, and if you want it dark, you can just go back in and dab some more colour up. Come back in. I think that's wonderful. So I can clean my pen off. There it is. I always keep one for dark colours, and I always keep two for the lighter colours. So there's my blends. I will pop them back in my drawer so I keep them safe. Oh, and now the scissors are coming out. So I'm just going to snip, and I'm going to start to cut as close as possible. I'll leave a little bit of white, but not too great. And I'm not going to be too fussy about all the detail. Just going with the flow. And if I feel I haven't cut into that enough, I can go back in. Just round that off. And then come back round. Like I say, I'm not going to be too overly fussy with this. If I had it too close, then it wouldn't look so clever next to the other stamped image. You need that little bit of a white line, I think. Unless you can line this up perfectly. Around the cam. I love the fact that I'm doing this as my therapy, and also teaching others how to make some beautiful cards. So there's one. This is going to get layered on here. I wish my husband would be quiet. And we're going to lift that off with dimensionals. Like I'm saying, not too overly, just giving it some shape and texture. And this one doesn't take long at all. This one's going to get layered on there with dimensionals. And now we can do this side. I think I'm going to cut this one out first. That is brilliant. That was done quickly, wasn't it? I hope you can see. Sorry. I pull it towards my chest. My eyesight is terrible. And then I wonder then if you can see it. I do apologise if you missed any of that, but I'm going to try and keep it in for you. There we go, that's that side done. And now we can just follow this round. There we go. Hope you can't hear my hubby because he's really loud tonight. He gets so carried away on his game, he shouts. Then I can't hear myself think. Get rid of that piece. I know sometimes you all say no, but I've heard a couple of you say yes. He is annoying. I know I can hear him, that's the main thing. And this is what drives me insane. And he asking for 20 minutes, 40 minutes out of a day. Well, there we go. That didn't take long. Look how that is going to Oh, it's lovely. It's coming together so quickly. So while we've got our scissors out, I am basically just going to snip as close to them as possible. I will cut some extras off in a moment, but I'm literally just going to cut each word close as possible. There we go. And keep them separate. We're going to add some thin dimensionals to them. I can use that for a couple more sentiments using this beautiful technique. Trim it. I'm keeping them as close as possible because they're quite close together on here. I'm going to do the same. I've gone upside down now. That's the bottom. Love you yesterday, love you still, always have, always will. That's what we're going to finish with. What a beautiful sentiment. You can leave white on the side if you want. I just want it as close as possible. Gather up your bits ready to throw in the bin. And there we have them. Perfect. Right, now we need our dimensionals. I'm going to use my slightly larger scissors for this. I'm going to cut just a thin strip. 1, 2. You don't need all that, but I can pop that in a little pot for spares. Just turn them all over. And then we can measure and snip. And while they're here, I will take off the backs and attach each one. We can juggle them around like a jigsaw later. So nice and thin. Add these to the backs. None of these dimensionals go to waste, trust me. None whatsoever. So next piece. A little bit too long, but we can snip that down. And then add them. Keep them in the middle if you can. I love it, the fact that we've got these beautiful strips. You can even tear them off. I use the scissors because I like neat. But there we go, add them on. You don't have to have it all the way to the end. Measure and cut. We've got those few pieces left. It's ready for another card. Oh, I'd make a lovely wedding card, wouldn't it? Beautiful. And there's our letters all sorted. I pop them on the edge of my desk, right near my dimensionals. I'm going to fetch in the large and the small. And I'm going to add 3 on here, 3 on here. And then we're going to be using small ones on these ones. And with the blend, they don't bleed through the back, so this is why I was able to turn it over and use that without wasting any scraps. Look at that. Perfect. Another 3 of these on here. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So now what we need to do is fetch in our card. This is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. We're going to glue this down. Oh, dimensionals, sorry. I use dimensionals. And I use 6. If we've got depth there, we might as well have some depth here as well. My nail broke earlier. So we got to line this up now. Doesn't matter which way round because it's just so symmetrical. Keeping a good distance top and bottom and side to side. We can start to assemble this wonderful card now. Again. Oh, I'm going to have a swig of my coffee. I make a fresh one. Well, hubby makes a fresh one just before I start filming. Guarantee it's always cold by the time I get round to drinking it. Sticky fingers. And this is going here. Oh, I think it's absolutely adorable. You could always add a wing Castella if you wanted. Look how pretty that is. Oh my word. So adorable. You could have even cut it all out in one, but I don't. Make life hard, see the man. Do you remember the advert? Make life hard, see the man. Right, I'm going to pop them in the bin. 2 seconds, I'll be. Oh, I do apologise about that. That boiler was getting rather loud. Right, got to work it out now. Love you yesterday, love you still, always have, always will. So I'm just going to place these here and make them just pop off there. I think that's not too bad for a colour challenge card. I've got to make sure I get the words right. Can you imagine if I got them back to front? Love you yesterday, love you still, always have, always will. Isn't that beautiful? You can stagger them, you could have staggered them. It's entirely up to you. Like I'm saying, you could add wing Castella. I might just do that actually. Because, let me see how many minutes I've got left. Oh, plenty. So, let's get some of these beautiful rhinestones. And I'm going to pop one just here. One here. One on this flower. One here. And then I'm going to put my little bow there, down there. With, where's my bow maker? Oh, I'm lost without this. So I pulled enough off just for the 2 bows, which was perfect amount. Making sure that's in the centre. And then wiggle the tails just how I want them. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Trim off those ends. Oh, I tell you what, it's the best investment I've ever made. A beautiful bow maker. So I'm going to take a dimensional, a glue dot. And I'm just going to wrap it around and fold it in half. Or just roll it around my finger. Whilst I place it on the back. And pop in this, right. I could add it there. But I've added it there on my other card. Oh, it's lovely. Absolutely lovely. Another rhinestone in the centre of my bow. Love that. Oh, adorable. So yeah, let's get some Wink of Stella. Just add it to these darker flowers, the bigger ones. And because you've used the blend pen, they're all at totally different shades, which is brilliant. I think that is absolutely adorable. So that's the one I just done. And I have been doing cards and the centres, but I haven't done these ones because I was running quite late. And I always want to get a card out. My own sanity for one. But I don't do anything else. Don't go out, don't lavish, don't watch much TV. Can't get comfy on the sofa for one. And clean off my bristle. Absolutely beautiful. I just love them. They're pretty. Oh, I hope you like it. I won't do the insides until I know who I'm sending them to, but and they actually add. Well, I don't know what I'm going to add. I wouldn't like to speculate. But you could just literally dot leaves inside on some paper. Maybe add some little twinkles for there. But nothing major. But like these 3 dots line up in those 3. These leaves are all for here. These are for here. Those are for there. These are those lovely little dotted flowers everywhere. And those 2 are for there. Absolutely lovely. And this is for all those leaves on that side. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Can you imagine trying to line them up though? This is why I love my colouring pens. Right, I'm going to love and leave you. I hope you enjoyed, and I think this has covered my colour challenge this week. So this is going to be my entry into my own colour challenge. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for bobbing by. I do hope you'll give it a go. Please feel free to bob along to my Facebook page, Stamp with Joy, and join in the group. You're more than welcome, and all the girls will make you feel absolutely on top of the world. They welcome everyone, and they're fantastic ladies. So come along and enjoy the fun. Love you all. Oh, don't forget to press the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Bye.